welcome to Christy's Stampin' Spot. This super cute spooky floral coffin treat box. So these coffin treat boxes, they come in packages of 12, and they are so much fun for treat boxes, like super cute. So for the treat box, we're going to put that together, and I'm actually going to use our super I love this, and it just became available not too long ago. This is our Country Floral. So it's in the new style, so it's much thinner, and you use the blue 3D embossing folder when you dry emboss with it. But oh, it looks so pretty. So I just ran the so this is what it looks like before the coffin lid, and I ran it through my Big Shot with this cool 3D, can you guys see it, floral, and look at how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. It looks so cool. And then I left the bottom alone, so it's already pre-scored, so you just need to put the tear and tape or your adhesive. I find that tear and tape works the best on the little flaps so that you can make your coffin. So it's so cute. Love this coffin. Oh, hi Shannon. Okay, so you just, after you've put on your tear and tape, it goes a little over, you can just use your finger to squish it. You make the corners. It goes together pretty easy. These are so super cute. So I made a coffin on, like, I think it was like week 3 with a spooky zombie popping out of it. So I didn't really ever make one of these cute ones that have florals. I was seeing, you know, we have all kinds of our spiders and our monsters. Oops, I don't know what I do with my Picket tool. It was here earlier and I cannot find it. I've been doing really good at keeping my space all cleaned because my room got such a mess, and then my we were challenged to make it all clean for the new Stampin' Up! Year, which is started this month in October, and I've been doing a really good job at keeping it nice and clean so I can find stuff. And yet, oh, here it is right here. And I had misplaced I couldn't find it earlier, and it was right there. Would have bit, if it was a snake, it would have bit me. But anyway, look how pretty that is. See how easy it goes together? So cute, so cute. And then this is the bottom. So on some of them I have, in the past, I have actually, you can emboss the bottom too, but I just didn't in this case. And then here, after I get these boxes together, I will show you guys my wreath. So this was really inspired by the wreath. So I finally made my coffin wreath, and I wanted, instead of using like a rosette, which I love the rosettes, I wanted floral, and so I made these really big black floral pieces to go on to my wreath, and I was like, oh, that would be so pretty on one of these boxes. So just as a gift, right? Or for a Halloween party, like to give as your treat box party favor. They're so cute. I really like them. Okay. That. So this tear and tape works really good, but it makes the little box so easy. See, look at that. How cute is that? Now for the make the flower, I am going to use my hot glue gun, but just to put this together, I just needed a little bit of tear and tape, and then I embossed that. Doesn't that look pretty? It looks so good with the rose. I just really like this country floral. So cute. And then we're going to actually use the delicate ink on it, which makes it look even better. Okay, so let me show you guys my coffin. This, now it has kind of a funhouse mirror in the middle, but look at that. So this is the roses that I made, the black flower piece for my wreath. I don't know if you can see it, as it's really big. I have pictures of it on my blog, but I used these coffins and made a big coffin wreath with them, which is so much fun. And then this is a piece of foil, silver foil, it's like a cake board that I just super glued it to the back to give my board a little, or my wreath to give it a little strength so it'll go well on my front door. It works so nice, but I really was happy with the way these flowers came together. So I was like, oh, I must put it on one of these small ones so I guys can show you guys. Okay, so then after you get your board together, you use your silver, it's silvery shimmer delicate ink, which is pretty nice. And then this is one of the sponges that I've just cut into a wedge. And then you just add it on to your, look at how cool that looks. So pretty. Oops. Don't pull it off. It's funny. Okay. So I'm just adding the silver all over the black cardstock on the edges, and I am doing the sides. Definitely making sure I get the flowers. So there's a bunch of little bitty flowers too besides the big rose. And I like to make sure I hit all of that with the silver. Looks really pretty. And it definitely makes the flowers pop because it's hard sometimes in the black to see it. So it's really nice. So just adding that silver. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I see how that, oh, it just is so gorgeous. And then I also add the black. I also add some silver streaks to the bottom as well, just because I like it all to match. And I just rub some streaks on. Because I did not texture the bottom, so you're just adding it straight to the cardstock. Just adding it, mostly just for look. It looks cool though. I love the way the silver looks. Very nice. Muy bien. I love it. Okay, that's it. So let me set that aside. We'll need this again for the flower. So I'm going to set this aside and let this dry, and I'm going to show you guys how to make the flower. So with the flower, to make this super cute flower on my box, first you need, let's put this stuff away so it's out of my space. I use the Magnolia Memory Dies. And so they actually come to make with a bunch of dies to make a bunch of different size flowers. This one actually cuts out the image. It's in a stamp set. This one makes a different flower. And then this is also a piece that you can use to make the flower. As also for the big ones that I made on the wreath, I also used the hot air balloon punch to make the petals, which is pretty awesome. But for this flower, all we need is the smallest die and the middle die. And then the little bitty, there's a little bitty one. Did I put it back in the thing? What did I do with it? It was right here. That makes these little spokes. And it's silver, so it's probably like running around. What did I do with it? And then these leaves I also made, but we'll talk about the leaves later. Okay. Oh, here it is, right here underneath the black. And then this is the other one, the other die. So you need these 3 dies to make the flower. And you need 3 of these pieces, which is the smallest, and then one of this medium size. And this is going to be your base. So you take your bone folder and you're going to just gently curl and break your the cardstock fibers a little so it molds it a little bit. You don't have to do too bad, but be very gentle, especially with these because there isn't that much right here. So you don't want to break them. I actually broke one. I was a little bit too enthusiastic in the curling and broke it. You don't want to. So you're just gently breaking it, the cardstock a little bit, so it curls. Not too much, just a little. So what really helps make it mold is this delicata really makes it work nice. To shape the flower. But for right now, we're just breaking it and curling it a little bit to give it the basic shape. Okay. Then, as long as your glue gun is super hot, add just a little bit to the bottom. I always just like to start off and then just pop it on. So these craft sheets are awesome because the hot glue will just peel right off. So it's a great way to hold it down. And then in the middle, just put a little bit and then just layer your flower going alternate. So see how it's in the middle of those, and then this one I will also do it in the middle. Oops, get the strings. I need to use both hands. Now if this gets really warm, I know later on when we're doing the ribbon it gets warm, you want to use your you can use your bulb folder or a second mat to hold it down so that it doesn't get too hot on you when you're pushing down the flowers. Oops. So there we go. Got a little bit of that. Okay, so just like that, you can clean off your little bit of that. So that's what it looks like. Okay, and then we're going to take our 2 centers and also put them in the middle, the black centers. I also have one in the silver foil, but first the black ones, because we are going to put on our ink before we put the silver one on. And I really have a trouble with, I don't use my glue gun enough, although I've been using it quite a bit this week, but I'm sure there's a trick to not get little, put it on here, to get little spider webs. I'm not very good at not getting the spider webs, but just like that. And then try to get this one also so that it's rotated so they're not on top of each other, just like that. Do that with a little string. Can you guys see that? That cool? Oh, so awesome. Okay, so we're going to need our glue gun again because we're going to use it to make the ribbon and to adhere our silver piece and our leaves. But first, we need to add the silver. So again, I'm going to get my sponge, and I'm going to put a big glop of it right here in the center, just like that. You see that? And then I'm going to gently add and just rub it on each of these petals after I've got it. Just rub it on. Just like that. And we're going to squish our, once we get the ink on, I'm going to squash the petals just a little bit and work them to sculpt, mold, shape our flower a little bit. Okay, so now that we've got it sponged, see how I've got it pretty well sponged, then we're going to use our fingers, just maneuver it a little bit. I should put my lid back on that. We don't need that. See how I'm just like gently cupping it and squishing the edges a little bit. It really gives it dimension. I don't know if using this ink on here helps get it a little bit more to have it stop or what, but it works good. There you go. What do you guys think? Isn't that pretty? It looks so nice. Just like that. Okay, and then we're going to add the silver. So I did this one, I cut out another center, but I did it with the silver foil, which is also in the catalog, the silver sheets. And I'm going to add that to the center. Just like that. So it's really that shiny. So shiny. Oh my gosh, I love these. These are so cute. And then I use the Gathered Together leaf dies. So what I love about the Gathered Together leaf dies is that several of them emboss and cut. And 3 of them actually emboss and cut. I actually couldn't decide which one I wanted depending on how my flower turned out. So I actually cut both of them. Just like this. And they come and they look, isn't that shiny and awesome? But you see how it has the veins on it? So I thought I'd check. So I cut them both out to see if I could tell if I want one with how I wanted it to look. I think I like that one. I think I'll use that one. So then, after you get that the way you want it, then you add the little strip of glue and stick it to just like that. We've been. Okay, so there's our little flower. Not pretty? I love these little flowers with our little bit of silver leaf, which is super cool. And now we're going to make the bow. So I made this big, gorgeous bow out of the Glitter Organdy ribbon. So I love this basic black Glitter Organdy ribbon. It's so shiny and sparkly and fabulous. But I like a lot of it. So where did I do with my lid? Okay. So instead of making like a tag, I made this gorgeous, just like that. Oh, it's so cute. Okay. And we're going to put the center on too, but I was going to make the thing first. Okay. So just put a little bit down. And this one, I think you definitely want to use your bone folder or, you know, the second, your second silicone mat, because it is hot and you don't want to burn your fingers. And you need to make the loops about, I would say about 1.5 inches to 2 inches, depending if you like a lot of loop or a little bit of a loop. Because, it is warm, but it's going to go underneath. You don't want your loops to be too small so you can't see it behind the flower, but you don't want it to be too big that it covers your coffin completely. And so I've left it on, if you can see, I've left it on my spool, because I'm going to, that way I don't use too much. And I find it really easy to just, like that. Get a little bit more out. Oops, I need a little more glue. And I think I need to use my bone folder to make sure it sticks. I'm definitely doing it right here in the middle so that it has that middle center, because that's where we're going to put our flower. But I'm also going to wrap the ribbon around it a little bit. I'll show you in a second to make sure that it holds good. So do you guys like to use your glue gun? I am not that great with glue guns, but I love them. I think I had mentioned last week, and I think I used my glue gun, that a friend of mine, Michelle, actually gave me a glove to help with the burning because I was making these ornaments and I was just burning my fingers. Okay, so then you need to, after you got your 3, then you just need to cut, and I would say about 1 inch maybe off extra, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap it around the edge. Add a little bit more glue. Oops, I got it caught on my finger. And just wrap it. So we have like a bow, just like that. Isn't that cute? So now it's really nicely sealed. And there's like lots of little glue strings. Okay, I got it. Okay, then we're going to attach our flower to it, and again I'm going to use more glue. I put a liberal amount, I mean, well, I guess more than the dot that I have been using, I guess I should say. And put on your flower the way you want it. Look at that, isn't that cute? Oh, I love it. Okay, and then you need your lid, which is what we got here, and then we're just going to add to the back. And press it down onto our lid. So I kind of want to make sure this rose can kind of be seen between the ribbons. So just, and then I would put your finger here. Now be careful, it is warm, but make sure you get that on there so you get a nice seal on there so it actually adheres to the top of your coffin. Because you will be hopefully taking your coffin lid off, so you want to make sure that your flower doesn't go flying every time you try to open it up to put your treats in or for people to take out your treats. But look how easy that is. Super, super awesome. And then we're just going to use one of these fabulous faceted clear gems. And I think I used the middle, medium size. Now it does have some adhesive on it, but because I'm, got the glue gun out and I really want it to stay, I'm just going to add a little dot of glue to the middle of my silver center and add the gem. Can you guys see that? Isn't that awesome? Oh, muy bien, and that's it. Now you can fill this with your favorite kinds of candies. I think these make adorable like place settings, or they're little treats to go, especially if you have a girl that's having a Halloween party. What do you guys think? Not pretty? Super cute. Oh my gosh, I just totally, like I said, when I made the when I made my wreath and decided I really wanted flowers, like I said, I made these exactly the same way, except for these big petals are with the balloon punch. You make the petals with this big balloon punch, and then the centers are actually the big one that we use, this one, and then there's one more between these two, and that's the one that you use for your center. But isn't that pretty? Oh, I love that. I'm like, oh, I totally think that'd be great on a box. And I love that I found that the silver foil that makes it look like a funhouse mirror. It's so fun. Anyway, and it makes it stable, so I can put it on my door, which is everyone's always coming in and out, so it doesn't go flying. So I feel safe by putting it on there, which is nice. Because we have one of those security doors, and then so my husband actually rigged a nice, fabulous magnet up so that it will stay without being a problem, which is awesome. Anyway, okay, so that is week 11. Hope you guys enjoyed these super cute, our spooky floral coffin boxes, our treat boxes, and making that fabulous little ribbon bow, the Glittered Organdy. So if you guys have any of these treat boxes and you weren't sure what to do with them, man, emboss those, and you can even make them just like that. That's super pretty. I really like that. So anyway, so again, if you guys need any more Halloween stuff, even though it's next week, you might have to pay for the expedited shipping if you need any of these things. But if you have any other stuff that you need, you can always use the October host code, which is always awesome, because there's so much awesomeness in that holiday catalog for upcoming stuff. And then I have one more week, guys, one more week, and I think I'm still working on what I'm going to do. I haven't decided if I want to do something big or do something quick and easy and that you guys can use, like any of your DSP that you have lying around for that desperate need. Something your kid comes home and says, Mom, I need 30 treat things for tomorrow. So I haven't decided quite yet. So if you have a vote on whether you want something super cute and quick and of stuff that you might have around the house, or something more fancy, just put it down in the comments. I'll total that up and see. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed our cute little coffin boxes, and happy crafting. Bye.